Welcome to the SnydeReport. I am your host, Gary Snyder. With us today, we're going to change things up a little bit. For most of us, Memorial Day weekend is the official kickoff to the summer season. Up here in Indiana, it's the Indy 500, of course. And nothing says summer quite like a backyard barbecue with the family and friends and the great spread of food. Joining us today with tips to help us get the most out of our summer barbecue season as executive chef for Omaha Steaks, David Rose. Welcome.
Hello, Gary. Thanks so much for having me. Feels good to have me. Feels good to be here.
Yeah, well, I am really looking forward to this interview because I like to grill out. Obviously, my stuff is kind of dry stuff.
You're not alone, Gary. You're not alone.
So let me ask you first off.
Yes.
Let's start from the top with preparation because maybe that's where I'm messing up. What do we need to know when it comes to planning and meal prep for grilling?
Yes, the biggest tip is to plan ahead because if you stay ready, Gary, you do not have to get ready. And what that really boils down to is Omaha Steaks having your back, where you're keeping your freezer chock full and stuffed to the gills with amazing protein, steaks, chops, burgers, seafoods, pre-made sides, desserts, and yes, Gary, even wine. So that way, whether it's a large gathering at a barbecue or an intimate dinner for two in the backyards, you have everything you need to go at the ready.
You made my wife's day when you said and wine.
See, and wine. That's an 11 with the wine.
Now, what do you look for when choosing a good steak to grill? Because I know it's all over the board. Are there certain colors, cuts, thickness, or things that you want to avoid?
Yeah, definitely. So whenever you're looking for a steak, you want to look for a steak that is bright red in color, any kind of discoloration, gray, brown spots, or even the whole thing is brown. Don't even do it. No types of offensive smelling as well. You want fresh, delicious meat. And that's why Omaha Steaks has you covered. Where literally everything we have is aged for a minimum of 28 days for our steaks. And it's flash frozen. So what that means, Gary, is that the intended aging that it was meant for at the height of perfection, it's pressing that pause button on flash freezing. That way when it's delivered to you, Gary, it is fresh, it's delicious, it's amazing, all the things you want. And when it comes to steaks, it really boils down to personal preference. So if you like a leaner, milder cut of meat, the filet mignon is definitely the move and something I'd recommend for you. But it's super lean, so I wouldn't cook that past medium rare. Now, Gary, if you're like me, you like something a little more juicy, a little more succulent, a little more kind of a showstopper, so to speak. The ribeye is definitely one of my favorite. That beautiful intermarbling with the fat in there. And, fat is flavor, Gary. And if you like your steak cooked a little more, the medium doneness on the ribeye is still super juicy because of all that flavor marbling.
Yeah, if someone says they want their steak well done at my house, they'll probably get it that way, but then I'm going to ask them to leave.
You know what I say? Exactly. See the door. Take a glass of wine, take a burger, but you can't stay here. You got to go.
What are your favorite dishes to cook on the grill?
Well, of course, steak and vegetables are always a welcome guest at my grill all times of the year. But I am really just blown away with Omaha Steaks' new smash burger. We've been at it for about 18 months, actually more than 18 months in development, to perfect the most delicious, smashable, delectable burger ever. Literally, where from, frozen patty to bun in 5 minutes. And they're beautiful, super smashed, about 7 millimeters in thickness. And that's the perfect deliciousness where we're smashing expectations with this little burger right here.
I can tell you, I got my sample pack, had those over the weekend, and you couldn't be more correct.
Yes, sir.
Chef, could you hold through the break real quick?
Yes, I will hold for you anytime, Gary.
You're listening to the SnydeReport. I'm Gary Snyder. All right, this is the part of the SnydeReport where we thank our sponsors, and we have a growing list. So let's start with Robin Winston. Robin has been there when we first sent out our first email, 147 subscribers. We're now over 108,000. So thank you, Robin Winston, and helping us get the podcast going in the right direction. Next up is our good friend, former Congresswoman Jill Long Thompson. her book, Across the Aisle, Why Bipartisanship Works for America. Get that anywhere you buy your books. Also, former two-term governor, two-term U.S. Senator Evan Bayh. Evan has been a sponsor of the newsletter, now jumps on board with the podcast. Congressman Andre Carson. Congressman Carson has been there from the start on the newsletter. We're glad to have him now. He needs your help to win re-election next year, so make sure you support Congressman Carson. Next up, State Representative Cherish Pryor. Cherish has been there from the start on the newsletter, joining us on the podcast now. So is State Senator Greg Taylor. I want to thank Senator Taylor for all of his support through the years. Next, we have a couple of new sponsors. First up is Indiana Citizen. You want to check out their new project, One Heartbeat Away. Do Christian nationalists have an agenda for Indiana? You know, all you have to do is look at the lieutenant governorship and you can see right away that they do. So thank you, Indiana Citizen. Next up is Jump Laundry. You can visit them at jumplaundry.com. They have home pickup. They do your dry cleaning, wash and fold with, I might add, no judgments, and next day service. So if you're in a crunch for time, you don't want to do your own laundry, get a hold of Jump Laundry at jumplaundry.com or at 317-740-5011, and they will take care of all of your laundry needs.
It's rock and roll. It's racing. It's Miller Lite Carb Day. Co-headlined by the All-American Rejects and Bret Michaels. Friday, May 23rd at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Following the final Indy 500 practice and the Pit Stop Challenge. Concert, pit, and VIP tickets available now at ims.com.
Welcome back to the SnydeReport. I am your host, Gary Snyder. We are speaking with Chef David Rose, executive chef for Omaha Steaks. That's got to be a rough job, David.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, and it might as well be me, Gary, you know?
Just a couple more questions for you, and we'll let you get going back to the grill. How about side dishes? What are some of the side dishes that you like to throw on the grill?
Oh, yeah, you know, for me, it's summertime, so vegetables, grilled vegetables are definitely the way to go. I got some grilled corn right here behind me, asparagus, bell peppers, onions, even Brussels sprouts I love on the grill. But tried and true, these delicious Omaha Steaks steakhouse fries are just crispy and just perfect, pillowy, just deliciousness. Those are good with steaks, chops, burgers, literally anything. So any of those things I mentioned will be perfect for any grill out, or backyard gathering.
Now, I know you're going to mention here probably several things that I do,
Yeah.
but what is a grilling mistake you can't stand seeing people make?
Yes, one of my pet peeves, Gary, is over flipping or flipping your burger or meat too soon. Leave the burger, leave the steak alone. You want that nice hard crust, that nice hard char to develop. Flip it once and once only. It's going to give it that nice golden brown exterior on the outside of the steak, as well as seal in all those juices that we all know and want in a steak. So flip it once, don't touch it, leave it alone. It is a game changer.
Is it pretty common for people to overcook their meat on the grill?
Gary, you
And
know
how
what?
can we avoid that?
So normal. A lot of times I would say to people, especially novice cooks, is to just get a timer. You got to watch right here, use that timer. And Omaha Steaks, you have a great steak chart. Depending on the thickness and the cut of meat, it gives you the exact time that each steak should cook for your particular preference. And essentially with that, you want to have it really zone in on that specific temperature you want. So you don't want to eyeball the steak. So I would definitely suggest in getting a meat thermometer. That way you take all the guesswork, where you remove the steak 5 degrees before your desired doneness. Reason being, Gary, is you want that steak to rest, and when it rests, it comes up to that perfect temperature you want. So timer, don't eyeball, food thermometer, and that will get rid of all the problems when it comes to overcooking your steak.
Any other tips or secrets to share before we let you go? And where can viewers go to learn more?
Yeah, definitely. What I would say again, Gary, I'll reiterate that you want to have your stock, your pantry, your fridge, your freezer. You want to have everything in there, all the steaks, all the burgers you need. So that way you resist the temptation and don't fall into the bad habits of grilling fatigue, which is eating the same thing over and over and over. So have your fridge, have your pantry, have your grill stock with Omaha Steaks products. That way you have something ready no matter what type of event or gathering you have. And for all the tips, tricks, recipes, and things we discussed today, head over for all your grilling necessities and needs at omahasteaks.com, Gary.
I'm Gary Snyder. He is not. He is Chef David Rose. This is the Snide Report, and we are out.
Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate it.